It is day 13, people. How are you guys doing? I hope you are really, really enjoying this journey. And let me know in the comments, how is it going? Are you sharing it with any of your friends? And what are they saying? How are things going? You can even use this as a conversation starter in your date and see how that goes. Okay, today we are going to talk about, are you picking a partner based on your old scars? Because if you are going through a situation where you feel like you are ready, you are not ready to date, at the same time, you don't like that loneliness, so you want to go out and date, it is okay to feel that way. But what you want to know is that, are you healed enough so that you pick the right person? So I'm going to show you this. If you're not healed, your situation is this. This is food coloring, by the way. I don't know what you guys are thinking. So in this cup, there are 4 Band-Aids. If there's a crack, no matter how many Band-Aids you put in there, when you try to drink from it, it may still leak, right? So when you heal fully, it will look like this. There is no crack, there is no Band-Aid. Your cup is clear, right? You don't have to worry about anything. I mean, there are smaller worries in life, but that's what I'm talking about. If you're still here and putting in the Band-Aids, you're looking from a place of scar. So what do you want to do? Again, change your thinking, change your speaking, and the actions. I know it's funny, but that was the point, so that you guys remember it. You need to remember that it could be from your childhood. It could be from all the life experiences that you had. If you're in your midlife, like I am, I'm in my 40s, you have been through a lot. There were times you had to overcome difficult challenges, and kudos for those. But you want to use those experiences to create a formula that works for you every single time when you are in point A to point B. Point B is the happiness, fearless zone. Point A is when you're fearful. And we all get here time to time. The point is that it's not that you will always be in point B. Guess what? Even a Dalai Lama or like a high priest, nobody stays there forever. They get here, but they spend less time in this fearful zone. And that is what you want to do, that you want to live a fulfilling life. In this series, where I talk about being irresistible, is all about living most of your life here. And when you fall back in here, what are those formulas for you that you're creating so that you can get back here very quickly, right? And for all of us, those formulas are different. The reason they're different is because we all lived a different life. 8 billion people had 8 billion unique ways that they have lived their life. In fact, even if you look at this color, different people will describe it as a different shades of yellow based on their experiences. Somebody will say that, oh, it's a mustard color if you lived in the US. Somebody, now don't call me that, I'm redefining the country stuff. Anyway, but in India, people use turmeric a lot, and this is more like a turmeric color. So if somebody uses more turmeric, they might refer that as a turmeric color, whereas somebody who is using more mustard, they might refer it as a mustard color. That it is as simple as that. Based on if your life's journey, how things are, you are going to relate it with what it relates with in your life, right? So now you can get over a debate. Is it more close to mustard color or is it more close to turmeric color? There is no point fighting over that. Okay, getting back to the point. 3 things, right? So when you start thinking about that, am I choosing? So when you go out on a date, you're in the dating app and you're looking for people that matches your non-negotiables, and we have covered that in I don't know, it was day 5, day 6, forgetting what day was what. So you guys know it's in the title. When I designed it in a way so that, you know, you slowly, step by step, go there. Anyway, so the thinking perspective, you want to start thinking that the place when you're making the decision from, when you go out with a person, you choose a person to start texting, go out on multiple dates, start a relationship, you know, are you here when a tense situation is happening? Are you making the decision from this band-aid zone? You know, something looks very similar to your prior relationship, but you're just putting a band-aid in it. Because if you start putting the band-aid in it, this is not going to solve the problem, right? Because in your mind, you still are kind of living in this scenario. You have not created a formula how you are going to be here. Because when you are here, you feel happy, you feel whole, you feel fulfilled, and that is when your cup is clean and it can be overfilled, and that is the right time where, and the right situation when the other people would come, because you seem so fulfilled that they feel attracted towards you. And you know, the same frequency attracts the same people. If you are here, you are going to attract the people who are whole, who has this clear glass, versus when you are attracting from here, you are going to attract similar people. Guess what? Two people who are in pain, when they get together, there is more pain, and that is something you don't want to, right? Because that can get really messy, especially if you had divorce or a breakup from a long-term relationship, and you have lived through it all. So now you know some of the things are better not to repeat. Now, how do you do the speaking change? And this is one easy way to remember is TSA, thinking, speaking, action. Is action. We use our arms and legs. If you're going to the gym, exercising, you know, that's the action. So thinking, speaking, action, TSA. It's not the TSA at the airport, but you know, your own TSA, the security system. So this is what is going to keep in check, meaning as you think through it, you're becoming more aware. You're becoming more aware that, are you choosing from the scar or are you choosing from the healing state? So speaking perspective, just create one statement just that is opposite of normally what you say. Say you are going out on a date, and then you have this situation, you feel like nobody is staying, right? Especially the good ones. You think that they're good ones, but they're like, nobody ever stays. And then you can write something from the point where you feel full, that, you know, the right person, I attract the right person. I am building myself to attract the right person, something like that, right? And again, choose the sentence that resonates with you. And then when it comes to action, really, really take that seriously, because you don't want to attract the similar situation, because again, the point is, if you are in this point A and you don't have the clear formula to be in point B, you will be attracting the same person, and you will keep putting the band-aids. So when you realize that your thinking and speaking, it is still shifting, you want to make sure that when you take the action, you keep speaking it more and more on a deeper level with somebody. When you are again, going back to friends, family, and coworkers, if there is a way for you to start speaking from that point of view, you know, I do that. For me, more than, it's not necessarily the dating, but I live here most of my life now, because I figured out my formula. I don't live here. It's not that I never get knocked down, but if I get knocked down, I have specific formula. Sometimes I have to do a little bit, sometimes I have to do deeper level. Like I think I mentioned to you guys, not once, multiple times. So a few days ago, when I got knocked down with something, I tried the small things, didn't work, and then I did a 1 hour long meditation from Joe Dispenza, and that is my formula, that I know that, oh, when small thing happens, I can get from point A to point B in a few moments. But that day, it was half a day. I'm like, okay, I need to I need something bigger shot. And for me, the bigger shot was 1 hour of Joe Dispenza meditation. So for you, whatever that is, maybe going out for a walk, maybe exercising, and sometimes even if that doesn't work, what is that? What are the big guns for you? For me, the big guns. That's the word, not big shot, bigger shot. Big gun. What is big gun for you? When the small things don't work, what is that you have those formulas that, okay, I use this. If this doesn't work, this is my number 5. And then I know that I will be going from here to here that quickly. Because life is short. There was an earthquake recently, and if you know, there is no guarantee in life. A lot of people who died from that, they didn't know yesterday that is going to be their last night. So, you want to live a happy life. You want to live a life that you don't regret. So that is why, my friends, you want to take action, that when you choose somebody, you want to choose from the place of wholeness, right? So to do that, you have to keep taking those thinking, speaking, action. I think you guys are probably getting bored seeing the picture, but you know the point. Thinking, speaking, action. Your action has to align with that. If necessary, as you write these things down, just take a break from the dating apps. Take a break from going out with anybody just for a week. Let's say you are just dating and things are not working out. Just one whole week. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Are you in this zone, or are you choosing from that cracked glass, right? Because if you are choosing from that cracked glass, you will be attracting the wrong person. It is not worth it. It is not worth it. Trust me. Okay, so with that, we are going to wrap this up. I think I shared with you guys enough. Just keep that in mind. I know that I said that all of these are very important, but in my mind, I think this is one of out of the 30 days, this will be one of the top 3, because we need to make sure that we are fully healed before we pick the person, because if not, we are going to be picking the wrong person. And this is all about picking the right person, right? It's not about choosing a perfect person. Nobody's perfect. We are not perfect. But the point is, you don't want to choose from the place where you feel wounded, where you are picking the familiar pain. With that, tomorrow's topic is about picking from a place of abundance, not from loneliness. And when people talk about abundance, normally people think of money. When I'm referring abundance, I'm meaning happiness. Happiness means more than money. Money is important. You can have fun and go places, and I can have a private jet. But happiness, when you're happy with what you have, I don't know, you could live in a 1-bedroom apartment, and you could be happier than a person who's a billionaire, right? And that is what I'm talking about. When you know how to be happy with the little things, you can be happy with like any kind of big things. At the same time, the opposite is true too. When somebody is not happy when they're a billionaire, they are not going to be happy when they're even a trillionaire, right? So anyway, getting back to the point, I think I'm a little too excited today. You guys know me. Okay, so going back to the point, tomorrow's topic is going to be pick the person from abundance, not from loneliness. See you there. Bye.